Do you find yourself frequently being triggered into irritability, frustration, and even anger? Does it feel like the same challenges, the same issues keep coming up day after day? Do you feel like you're in an unhealthy pattern of repeat problems? The truth is that this is the case for almost all of us at one point or another in our lives. Part of the human experience is to experience challenges and difficult situations or issues. This is how we learn and grow, both personally and in connection with others through relationships. The question is, how are we reacting or responding to these challenges and difficulties over time? Are we actually learning and growing from these experiences, or are we continually being held back by them? Are we feeling lighter, more open, more spacious through these experiences? Or are we feeling more overwhelmed, heavy, and even hopeless through these experiences? There is a process for unraveling all of this. So hi, I'm Llewellyn Ferreira, health and wellness coach with over 25 years experience helping clients lose weight, improve their digestion, and get on a personalized nutritious plan that helps them feel energized again. On this channel, we talk about all things wellness, including the connection between the physical and the spiritual. So hit the subscribe button to keep learning how to elevate your life. The process I'm talking about here is called shadow work, and it involves using our old traumas and woundings to release stuck and stagnant energy, which is the cause of so many of our unhealthy patterns of repeating problems. The first very important part of this entire process is to be able to get centered and grounded enough to even recognize that you're caught in an unhealthy pattern of repeating problems. And this recognition of being caught in an unhealthy pattern is actually you realizing that you're out of your center and not grounded. So how do you accomplish this? The key is knowing what it feels like to be centered and grounded. This can be done through simple breathing exercises like bringing your attention to your in-breath and your out-breath. Simply breathing in for a 4 count, holding at the top with a full breath, and then slowly breathing out to a 4 to 6 count, holding at the bottom, and then repeating. You can do this process for about 2 to 4 minutes, and this simple exercise will get you much more centered and grounded. This is a great starting place. You can also use some of the great meditation apps that are out there like Insight Timer, which I love, or Calm is another one, to follow kind of short 5 to 10 minute guided meditations that will take you through similar exercises. The point of all of this is to experience what it feels like to be in a state of stillness, calmness, and groundedness. This is your center. And once you know what this feels like, you'll then be able to recognize when you're not in your center, when you're being triggered by something or someone, or when you're reacting instead of responding. Once you're able to start recognizing and identifying these emotional triggers, you're then able to actually track yourself and spot when you're in an emotional or energetic reaction and pause to respond instead of reacting without intentionality. This is a huge step in building awareness and self-control, especially when all your tendencies and impulses are to react, which oftentimes leads us to doing or saying things that we regret. The key is to change your state of being, which will then allow you to begin to go deeper into processing these emotional and energetic triggers. This is the point at which you get to explore at a deeper level the old traumas and wounds that are underlying the cause of these triggers and reactions. These underlying traumas and wounds are the shadows that most of us want to avoid. These are the times or situations in your life that can bring up old painful memories, which can in turn lead to fear, doubt, and even sadness. Most of us want to sweep this stuff under the rug or push it down even further inside of us because it feels too difficult to deal with. But actually, the complete opposite is true. Within these shadows lies all the freedom and magic, all the power to release and let go of all the energy that is keeping you stuck in these unhealthy patterns. The reason you are stuck is because the energy of old traumas and wounds is trapped inside of you. You are literally carrying this trapped energy through your life, reliving old memories and bringing all of those old uncomfortable emotions into your present life. But now you can begin to break this cycle. Release and let go of this trapped energy to start living a life filled with more joy, peace, and happiness. By recognizing and identifying these old traumas and wounds, bringing them into the light, realizing the gifts they have to offer you, and then releasing them, letting them go, and not carrying them into the present, you will realize the power of shadow work. Shadow work is something that has changed my life in such profound ways. One of the most powerful ways it has affected my life is through my relationship with my 11-year-old son. This work allowed me to notice how reactionary I was being with him. Certain situations were triggering so much frustration, irritability, lack of patience, and even anger inside of me. This was the cause of a lot of tension between us, and it would lead to, in turn, many arguments. As my awareness of these triggers and uncomfortable situations grew, I began to realize where all my reactions were coming from. I was literally reliving my relationship with my father, except this time, my son was me and I was my father. I was able to bring light to all those old feelings and emotions that I had experienced with my father and realize that I was doing the exact same thing to my son. All of a sudden, I realized that I had the opportunity to do it differently, to break the cycle of this old pattern and let go of this old painful energy, to heal myself, my relationship with my father, and most importantly, my relationship with my son. And this is just one example in my life. There have been many more, and I am so grateful that I chose to bring the power of shadow work into my experience. The beautiful thing is that everyone has the ability to bring shadow work into their lives. There just has to be a willingness to show up, be present, and do the work. Once you are aware of the uncomfortable patterns you're stuck in and you're ready for change, then the work can begin. Through this work, you can let go of all the anxiety, frustration, and unhappiness that is holding you back. You get to step into the present and live a life of more balance, groundedness, connection, more joy, peace, and most importantly, more love for yourself and others. So I encourage you to get quiet and spend some time with yourself. Contemplate your life and things you want to look different, and begin to explore the power of shadow work. I hope this video was helpful, and if what I shared resonated with you, please hit the subscribe button below to check out more of my videos on whole life wellness. Until next time, much love and live life in the now.